Hey YouTube, this is Ozark's brother Jerry, and it's time for the National BOB Campout again. But I wanted to hook up with my brothers over in Shofar Mountain, but it just didn't work out this year. You know, everyone should have a BOB. Of course, that's an acronym for a bug out bag. It doesn't have to be the black helicopters. It could be your house catching on fire. You know, the idea of a BOB is to sustain you for up to 72 hours. So if your house is on fire, you grab your BOB, you know you're going to eat and have clothing for 3 days. But Proverbs 21:31 says that the horse is prepared against the day of battle, the safety is of the Lord. So, and the idea of against is to be in the face of, or like opposite of. So it's really incumbent upon us as children of the Father to be prepared. Even though the latter part of the verse, safety is of the Lord, we have to trust in the Lord, but we should be prepared for, you know, anything we can identify that life is going to throw at us. But so I found a piece of woods not too far from my home, and I'm going to be camping out here while my brothers are over in Shofar Mountain, and we're going to test out my BOB. And I know there's a gazillion BOB videos, but a little bit later we'll go over what I have in my BOB. So I'm going to get set up here, and I hope that you're doing it too. I apologize for the poor video, but one of these days maybe I'll get a decent camera. That's my BOB there. If you notice on top there's a, it's hard to see, but there's a three-legged stool. Man, it's nice to be able to sit around a fire. Then there's a folding pad to put the sleeping bag on. It's nice to insulate yourself from the ground a bit. Then my sleeping bag, then there's two canteens, and then there's the ruck itself. And I think that's the Alaskan Guide from Cabela's. But let me get things set up now. Okay, we got the camp all set up. This is actually the next day, but I'll go around here and show you what I have in my BOB. That's my fire kit. It's probably hard to see. I just 2 books of matches. Here's an old fire starter with some lint, a couple of lighters, and here's something there's 2 things on this little endeavor that I was really tickled with, and that's this jute twine. That's good for setting up your tarp too. I always had 555 cord, but you know that stuff's expensive, and you end up having to cut it. But plus you can use the jute as a fire starter. So here's some Strike Anywhere matches. It seems like they were hard to find for a long time, but now most farm supply stores carry them. Here's a striker. You can get those for $1.60 delivered on eBay. You have to pay a lot for them. Here's 2 of the old 35mm film canisters with cotton balls saturated with petroleum jelly. That's excellent fire starters. And it's hard to see here. Here's just my 3 days worth of food. And, you know, typically you got oatmeal for breakfast, and maybe ramen, and a candy bar for lunch, and then maybe sardines or a packet of tuna, something like that, for each day. This is just a bag I have with probably deodorant, and wet wipes are real nice in the woods to clean up with a little bit, and toothpaste. And soap. I could probably shave some weight there, get rid of that stuff. Here's my King James Bible and my Citizen's Rule Book. And I said there was 2 things I was really tickled with this trip. One being the jute twine, and this is I love these little Pepsi can stoves, but you got to have something to put it over, to put over it to hold the cup. And this is just 2 yarning needles that I bolted together right here. So works pretty good. And my hooch is all dirty, but that's the inside of there. So So keep the faith and keep preparing. Talk with you later.